The loudest person in any room is always the weakest, the one begging to be heard, explaining their position, defending their honor, broadcasting their plans. That one is already defeated. They just don't know it yet. Power does not announce itself. Power evaporates the moment it speaks. Look around at the world you live in. Everyone is performing. Everyone is shouting into the void of social feeds, group chats, dinner tables, boardrooms. They mistake noise for influence. They mistake visibility for value. And every single one of them is bleeding power with every word they exhale. Think back. Think about the last time someone wronged you. You drafted the message. You rehearsed the confrontation in the shower. You called your friend and unloaded the entire grievance. You wanted them to know they hurt you. You wanted them to understand. You wanted resolution. And in that exact moment, you handed them the leash. You confirmed their suspicion that they had reached you, that they mattered, that their behavior had successfully drilled into the soft tissue of your mind. The reaction is the receipt. The reaction is the confession that they own a piece of your nervous system. You showed up to a chess match and immediately handed them your queen, then asked politely if they would consider being fair. The masses believe expression is strength. They believe confrontation clears the air. It does not. It only confirms the air was poisoned and that you are the one choking on it. Now understand the mechanism. The human mind, especially the average undisciplined one, cannot tolerate a vacuum. When you withdraw, when you do not reply, when you do not appear, when you do not react, you create a void. And the mind of the person watching you will rush in to fill that void with its own worst fears. This is not theory. This is clinical. This is how the brain processes ambiguity. It defaults to threat. It defaults to paranoia. It defaults to the assumption that something is being plotted, calculated, decided without their input. They begin interrogating themselves. What did I do? Is he angry? Is she planning to leave? Did I cross a line? Has he found someone better? Are they laughing about me right now? You did not plant a single one of those thoughts. They grew them, they watered them, they harvested them. All you did was disappear. The silence is the canvas. Their paranoia paints the masterpiece. And the masterpiece is always horrifying to the one looking at it. This is the unforgiving law. The one who reacts loses authorship of the narrative. The one who withdraws becomes the narrator, the antagonist, the judge, and the executioner inside the other person's skull, all at once, without lifting a finger. They will text twice, then 3 times. Then they will call. Then they will show up. Then they will apologize for things you didn't even know they did, because their guilt has been compounding interest in the dark, and your absence is the bank holding their debt. Imagine you are sitting at your desk on a Tuesday afternoon. The notification arrives. A colleague, the type who smiles in meetings and undermines you in private channels, has done it again. Took credit for your work? The old you would have fired off the long Slack message, the polite but pointed email, the casual hallway confrontation framed as a joke. The old you would have bled visibility everywhere, stamping your fingerprint on the conflict for everyone to see. Instead, you do nothing. You read the message. You close the laptop. You do not reply that day. You do not reply the next day. You walk past their desk, and you do not make eye contact. You do not avoid them dramatically either. You simply look through them, the way you look through a stranger on the subway. By Thursday, they are restructuring their entire week around you. They are asking the intern if you seemed off. They are checking your LinkedIn to see if you've been talking to recruiters. They are reviewing every email you ever sent for hidden meaning. By Friday, they corner you in the break room with a coffee and a nervous laugh, asking if everything is okay between you two. You tilt your head slightly. You say it is. You walk away. They will not sleep that weekend. You will. That is the entire mechanism. That is the entire war. Most people cannot do this. They confuse silence with weakness. They confuse absence with cowardice. They feel the itch to clarify, the itch to defend, the itch to set the record straight. Every itch you scratch is a coin you drop into your enemy's pocket. Every clarification is a confession that their opinion has weight in your interior world. Strategic invisibility is not avoidance, it is precision. It is the surgical removal of yourself from a system that feeds on your reactions. It starves them. They will malfunction. They always do. Because their identity, their entire self-concept, was built on being acknowledged by the people around them. When you stop acknowledging, you do not just disappear from their life. You erase a load-bearing wall inside their psyche. The collapse is not your problem. The collapse is the proof. Tonight, before you sleep, do this. Open your phone. Find the conversation with the person who has been draining you. The one who triggers the long internal monologues. The one whose name on your screen makes your jaw tighten. Do not block them. Blocking is loud. Blocking is a final word, and you do not give final words to people who do not matter. Mute the conversation. Archive it. Let their next message arrive into a void with no read receipt, no notification, no urgency. Then close the phone and go about your evening as if they have never existed. Do this for 7 days. Watch what unfolds. Watch how reality bends around your absence. Watch how the people you thought held leverage over you begin grasping at smoke. You will feel something unfamiliar settling into your chest. A coldness, a clarity, the quiet hum of a man who has finally stopped negotiating his own worth. But understand this, withdrawal is only the first weapon in a much larger arsenal. There is a deeper game beneath this one, a game about how you architect the few words you do speak, so that each syllable detonates with 10 times the weight. The masses will never learn it. You are about to. The next lesson is already waiting.